Quizzing the Quizmaster left me with butterflies in my stomach and my heart beating even faster with nervousness. How will I interview the Quizmaster himself? I asked my boss, but after much coaxing and cajoling, I gave in. They gave me the much needed confidence to do it. Finding no escape, I met and requested the mastermind to give me some time to talk to him. Wikipedia describes him as the father of television quiz shows in India. Today's generation associate him with the mega successful Kaun Banega Crorepati. From being the quizmaster of Quiz Time to Big Synergy, Siddharth Basu has walked quite a few miles now. In a candid conversation with Adgully, Basu shares with us the little secret behind his interest in quizzing and the promise the mega game show holds in 2012.
In our line of general entertainment television and in any kind of show business, you're only as good as your last show. So we have to be excited about whichever show that we're working on, and it doesn't get bigger and better than KBC. So yes, very excited about doing this outing of KBC, and every day, every show is a new one, exciting to do and challenging to deliver. The format is what it has been and which we have established. So the format is exactly as it was last time. The changes are in the contestants, in the content, in the level of knowledge and in their stories. That's where the main change is this time. It's further down the road of human interest than before. Sony as broadcasters believe that the family audience really converges on the weekend. They are generally very strong on the weekends, one of the strongest general entertainment channels. So they think that's a good place for it to be. And their fiction is doing reasonably well through the weekdays, so they want to keep their prime position on the weekends. But I'd like to remind all viewers that KBC has been on weekends before in the second and third series, and very successfully. Number of episodes is identical to last year. It was 56 last time, it's 58 this time, so it's exactly the same. Only because it's on weekends, it'll go on for a little longer. That means it begins on September 7th, it will end of January. The format is, when I speak of the game format remaining essentially the same, I'm talking about the way the questions and answers and the lifelines and the choices and the Manchaha Padav or the floating safe haven, the way that is structured. So it's a 13-question format. And it has, each question has 4 choices, you have 4 lifelines, the lifelines are as before, and the floating haven is exactly the same as before. But that is the road on which it travels. It changes with the contestants, it changes with the kind of content, and it changes with their stories. So that is what is each time, each episode, that's what's novel and that's what's interesting. In terms of selection, the net was spread as wide as possible. The idea was not to be exclusive, but to be inclusive. So the idea was not just that we will take people from villages and small towns. There are people from large metros, mini metros, and from small places. The net has been spread very wide. But it's just that relatively invisible lives, or completely invisible lives, which are in smaller places, come before you, and they are more prominent in that sense. But the idea has been to allow from representations from deep in the heartland and the hinterland, from as many places as possible. I hope the 6th outing of KBC will be as riveting, as entertaining, as exciting, as stimulating as before, and goes one step further. As communicators, as mass communicators, as Indian citizens who feel a sense of responsibility to the viewership, to our fellow countrymen, I think it's incumbent of all of us in television, in mass media, to have a social conscience. It makes for relevant communication, but it also makes for larger viewership. It makes good sense too to do that from both points of view. Whenever you connect with people's lives, and to most people's lives, then I think that is what engages people, that is what touches people, that's what moves people, that's what interests people. Too often, mass media tends to focus on escapist fare or on regressive fare. But I think if you can genuinely connect with people the way they are, not the people that you only see in the supplements, the same people again and again in the tabloids and the supplements, which I think is navel-gazing by those supplements. They believe as if the whole world is only a bunch of film stars or television stars or models or a few cricketers, but it's not. We are a country of 1.2 billion people. And the lives that are around us, unless we are blind and deaf or dumb or choose to be, we must be able to relate to that, and we must become part of that, and we must try and change the things that need to be changed. And I think if an entertainment show can reflect that and try and make some difference in whatever way, then I think that's incumbent on us as communicators to do that.